I ain't singing. Couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Be better off to get that girl there, the one from up west there. The one with the hair.
This week on isletunes, it's back to school time with this pep rally featuring the musical output from the students of SOPA, Holland College's School of Performing Arts, that is. It's a multi-genre course in scholars present and past, and program manager Liam Corcoran talks about SOPA's showcase concert happening on the 25th. Is ready, PEI? Let's get her done!
Sound the bell. School is in, sucker.
Hello, Prince Edward Island. I am your host, Adam Michael James, and you are listening to isletunes for the week of April 21st, 2024. This is episode 37. 37 is a prime number, so it's fitting that it's a prime episode with no minors, just majors of SOPA, the Holland College School of Performing Arts program. Students come from all over the world to this little island of ours to study theory, arranging, performing, and exponentially more. They even have their own rehearsal space, the SOPA Garage. Liam Corcoran from 2 Hours Traffic is SOPA's program manager, and he'll be here later to break down exactly what folks learn in these courses. Plus, hip y'all to what to expect this Thursday, April 25th. That's when SOPA's Spring Showcase hits the stage. But we'll get to that. We've got time. So about Holland College, quickly. They started up in 1969. What a coincidence, so did I! And it was named for Samuel Holland. He's the guy who surveyed the island from 1764 to 1765 and split it into the 3 counties and 67 lots we have over here. Not to mention suggested the location and name for the island's capital city, Charlottetown. He also crafted the first map of PEI, and apparently it was surprisingly accurate compared to today's maps. But AMJ, you're thinking, what the hell does any of this have to do with music from Prince Edward Island artists? Keep your shirt on, I'm almost there. The School of Performing Arts at Holland College is a 21st century edition, and its 2 T's toot their own horns, keyboards, guitars, drums, you name it. You'll see plenty of that at the Spring Showcase on Thursday, but quite a number of these performers, both collegians and alumni, have their own recorded music. See? There it is. It's songs from both current and former SOPA students that you're about to hear in this SOPA-rific episode. So let's start with a fellow who describes his sound as something that can go from ethereal electronic to art pop to abrasive noise to industrial and everything in between. I-Entity is the pseudonym for Sam Olskamp. He's finishing his 2nd year at SOPA and cites Bjork, Radiohead, and Aphex Twin in terms of scratching the surface of his influences. This is going to trip you out in the best possible way. Leading this parade of music from Holland College's School of Performing Arts is I-Entity with his recent track, Awake, on isletunes.
I just wanna fall asleep tonight, but I don't drift away when I close my eyes. All these thoughts are running through my mind, and I don't know how to make them stop. Melatonin doesn't work no more, 'cause I breathe in the vapor like every day. I'm boiling and I'm freezing all at once, and there's pins and needles all over my body. I'm on my phone again, and it's 4 a.m. And there's a couple hours, but it's too late. Oh no, this break that I'm taking can't be a mistake, because my lungs, they can't take it. I can hear my voice breaking. It's hard not to look at the progress I'm making.
I was sure I didn't miss her, so sure I didn't want her. It had been years since I last. They dreamed her, I did my best. When Sunday called by the phone, hey, sometimes stop here at my home. I told myself, man, let's live tonight. Tomorrow you'll be fine. We had what we haven't had in years. You told me how much you miss me, how you were longing to kiss him and make love and say goodbye. But on the other day, you say, baby, it was a mistake. Oh, this wine I take doesn't let me think so straight. Yeah, maybe I miss her. It can be that I still want her. Cause when you're caught a mistake, it keeps you nights and nights awake. You always feel next time you do the things just right, until you cover her eyes tight, but her smile, and tomorrow you're not fine. We had what we haven't had in years. You told me how much you miss me, how you were longing to kiss me and make love and say goodbye. But on the other day, you say, baby, it was a mistake. And oh, this one I take doesn't let me think so straight. It's okay, I say, let's meet another day. Be friends before it aches. And that was my mistake. Not that we didn't try. We went out another night. I believed, I swear, that it wouldn't hurt likewise. That's when I asked, hey, let me hug you. You looked down and said, I'm fine. We had what we haven't had in years. You told me how much you miss me, how you were longing to kiss me and make love and say goodbye. But on the other day, you say, baby, it was a mistake. And oh, this wine I take doesn't let me think so straight. It's okay, I say, let's meet another day. Be friends before it aches. Be friends before it aches. And that was my mistake.
Coming to PEI all the way from Brazil, that's Caio Lacey with his torch song Before It Aches on this SOPA-centric episode of isletunes. He's from the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais, which is the size of France. Its southern margin is not terribly far from Rio de Janeiro. Now, if you caught the power balladry in Caio's crooning, good to hear. He draws inspiration from classic rock, blues, heavy metal, and classical music, and his affinity for soundtracks is apparent there too. He had already been developing his voice in his homeland, but at 21 he came to Canada and he released this song in 2022. This next offering is for sure going to make you yearn because it's in the title. Madeline Vossen is from Antigonish, not as far as Brazil, but she made her way to Holland College from that Nova Scotia town for the higher education of SOPA. Madeline likes to weave personal experiences into her lyrics and brands her creations folk-infused pop. There's also some darker alternative vibes in there. She took her raw style to PEI producer Colin Buchanan of Paper Lions fame, and here's one of the results of that collab. Released in 2023, the same year she graduated, isletunes now brings you Madeline Vossen with I Yearn.
It's so damn bizarre that somewhere up above so far, you're near the moon, maybe Mars, or beyond the twinkling stars. I can't face it, my truth is I don't know But somewhere up above so far.
Necesitar veneno en un mundo tan feo, una defensa a usar. Juras que puedes controlarlo, solo quien te haga daño, una dosis tendrá. Casi razón tú tienes, no puedes darle perlas a quien males te da. Pero casi sin darte cuenta, en todo lo que haces, ese veneno está. El veneno no se hereda, el veneno se cultiva. Lamento que en tu vida pasará lo que pasó, pero no tengo la culpa que aprendieras del desquite. Quieras que te pisen, pero si quieres pisar. Tienen la culpa, dices frente al espejo y solo pides más. Perlas, de las mejores perlas, dices que las mereces, eres tan ideal. Frágil, recuerda que eres frágil y que malos consejos tu narcisismo da. Vaya, casi si te das cuenta que en todo lo que haces, ese veneno está. El veneno no se hereda, el veneno se cultiva. Lamento que en tu vida pasará lo que pasó, pero no tengo la culpa que aprendieras del desquite. Quieras que te pisen, pero si quieres pisar.
El tatuaje de serpiente que tenías se te metió al corazón. La coraza que creaste ahora le da a la gente la razón. ¿Quién soy yo para decirte que está bien y que no está? ¿Quién soy yo para explicarte cuál historia hay que contar? Pero dime quién tú eres para venir a envenenar. Pero dime quién tú eres para venir a envenenar. No eres nadie para que vengas tú aquí
Ay, que caliente! That is Diana Delirio, all one word, muchas gracias, with El Veneno, or The Poison, from her 2023 EP Quema la Casa, or Burn the House. That collection allowed Diana to tour several venues in Bogota and represent her home country of Colombia in a program for young artists. Between her studies at SOPA, she is already working on a second EP, and next month we'll see the release of the video for her cut Canso de Ti, Tired of You, that was filmed here in Charlottetown. Coming up, getting an antidote after some sweet quarantine, and acquiring a knowledge of SOPA and its spring showcase from Liam Corcoran. It's true you probably soak in some musical history at our School of Performing Arts, but not history. Of course, Holland College teaches that too, but this is one class you don't have to go to university for, and there's no student loan involved. It's time to
Ring the bell, school's back in.
for the curriculum known as This Week in PEI History. April 22nd, 1783. John Stuart, who was the London agent for the House of Assembly, received 3 letters from Governor Walter Patterson, who had bought up nearly half the island after lands were snatched up by his government from proprietors who had refused to pay their quit rents, basically taxes imposed on such lands. Stuart and Patterson were discussing the legitimacy of the land grab, with Stuart holding that Patterson had not consulted England, since PEI was a British colony then, before acting on his own in a move that many considered sketchy. April 24th, 1739, General Edmund Fanning was born in Long Island, New York. Though he settled in North Carolina, where he became first a lawyer, then a colonel of militia, then clerk of the Superior Court, and finally a member of the legislature, Fanning came to Nova Scotia in 1783, and by 1786 he was appointed governor of St. John's Island, which was renamed Prince Edward Island during his tenure.
Hey, this is Julie Robeshow, and you're listening to isletunes.
I struck the conversation first. Never done that in my life. Still have a lot to learn. So many years before I die. You illustrated life in a style I've never seen. The wisdom of a year, painted in red and green. Though I've known you for years, feel like I just met you today. Though I met you years ago, feel like I've known you just today. First time I shared my food, white bread and margarine, seemed to improve your mood, the state that we were in. Though I've known you for years, feel like I just met you today. Though I met you years ago, feel like I've known you just today. Thought it was pretty cool the way you made me think. 'Cause now that I know you, feel like
Reed Gauvin with her 2023 debut single First Impressions on iTunes. That's an apt title considering the impression this recent SOPA grad from Moncton has made. This song was made possible by Music PEI's Golden Ticket program and allowed Reed to work with Fiona Apple producer Amy Aileen Wood. The track also features the one and only Kinley on violin. Reed now passes on her musical knowledge by teaching at Long and McQuaid, and she's partnered with a local nonprofit, coincidentally also called First Impressions, which gives island women in need access to free clothing and footwear. Told you the title was apt. We all act like the COVID pandemic is over. Granted, it's not considered an emergency anymore, and most of us have had all our jabs, but it's still a good idea to be careful. But, just 4 years ago at this time, we were all sequestered in our houses and putting invisible shields around ourselves as we took a crash course in social distancing, a phrase we had never heard of until then. I've noted this before on this podcast, but there was something about the height of the pre-vaccine phase of the pandemic that was like pouring Miracle Grow on creativity. Probably because artists of all modes of expression didn't have the distractions of having to go anywhere. I myself wrote a book during this period. SOPA alumnus Nicholas Dickinson, though, channeled his combo of seasonal depression and COVID lonesomeness into lyrics which soon morphed into what he calls a bittersweet love song. It also dips into the well of hope. Though he had put out music previously, this was his first release under his professional name of Nicholas Riel, and it was co-written with Andrew Waite. Unlock this tongue-in-cheek tale of lockdown, Nicholas Riel and 2023's Sweet Quarantine on iTunes. It's infectious. Oh, too soon?
It's the end of the world, and I've been thinking of you. I go to bed at daylight and I stay in bed till moonlight, 'cause I got nothing to do. Oh, the grass is never green this time of year, when the snow stops falling and my mind stops thinking clear. You can write me if you want, I can be your confidant. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance. It's the end of the world. Bittersweet 16th. The slow recession and Great Depression keeps my eyes glued on you. Oh, the grass is never green this time of year, when the snow stops falling and my mind stops thinking clear. You can write me if you want, I can be your confidant. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance. It's the end of the world, oh sweet quarantine. I try to write new songs, but all I wanna do is sleep. I've been dreaming of you, have you been dreaming of me? 6 feet under, 6 feet further, 6 feet closer to the end. Oh, the grass is never green this time of year, when the snow stops falling and my mind stops thinking clear. You can write me if you want, I can be your confidant. But listen, baby, I've been thinking, oh, the grass is never green this time of year, when the snow stops falling and my mind stops thinking clear. You can write me if you want, I can be your confidant. But listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social. Listen, baby, I've been thinking, I don't want your social distance.
It seems to never end. It seems to get worse. No one will comprehend. What is this deadly curse? It seems no one will change. It seems no one will care. This world will stay how it remains for as long as I live. Where is the love? Where is the hope? Where is the place that I call home? Where is the heart? Where is the kindness? Where's the beauty of our world? Is there an antidote for the hate, for the madness, for the sadness? Is there an antidote? Is there an antidote? When will this stop? Tears still drop. I can't believe my eyes, and the world still cries. Where is the love? Where is the hope? Where is the place that I call home? Where is the heart? Where is the kindness? Where's the beauty of our world? Is there an antidote for the hate, for the madness, for the sadness? Is there an antidote? Is there an antidote? We really need some change. We really need more love. Does anybody care that someone looks from above? Where is the love? Where is the hope? Where is the place that I call home? Where is the heart? Where is the kindness? Where's the beauty of our world? Is there an antidote for the hate, for the madness, for the sadness? Is there an antidote? Where is the love? Where is the hope? Where is the place that I call home? Where is the heart? Where is the kindness? Where's the beauty of our world? Is there an antidote for the hate, for the madness, for the sadness? Is there an antidote? 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 Where is the love? Where is the hope? Where is the place that I call home?
First you had the quarantine, now you've got the antidote. the 2023 cut from current SOPA student David Wallace, and you heard it here on isletunes. David's from a sports family in British Columbia, but it was musical theater that shifted his focus to music, and how. Not content to simply be a songwriter, he was part of an after-school group that reinvented songs by giving them jazz arrangements. This group even got to perform them in New Orleans. If you ask David where he finds inspo for his own tunage, he would tell you in John Mayer, Nick Drake, and Tom Waits. Chances are, if you've paid attention to the island music scene over the past 3 years or so, you've heard of the Darvel. They're an alternative rock band out of Stratford who cultivated their sound by opening their ears to both early 2000s garage rock and local maritime bands. Don't get the SOPA connection? I gotcha. 2 of their 5 members, Drew Casabo and Lucas Proud, completed the studies of SOPA. After a trio of independent singles, the quintet began work on an EP, recording at John Matthews Sound Mill Studios in Emmyvale. But as is often the case, they had so much material, they had to make it a full album, and lucky us. They say you have to know the rules before you can break them, and I'm picking up on something deliciously dissonant in the Darvel's cut, Wasting Time. Time you won't waste listening to on isletunes.
I said maybe one sip is all I want, while my friends say that one is not enough. Drown away the sorrows for just tonight, and the pain that you feel will subside. I feel my life shortening by the day. It's like death knocks on my door and I've told it to go away. It's nothing major, it's all just inside your head. It eventually gets better is what they said. But it's all lies, it's all lies. It's just to keep wasting the time. If I live with her I might be okay now. But it's all lies, it's all lies. But it's too late to change my mind. I pretty much got my own grave, and I won't get out alive. He said maybe a sip is all he wants. He knew that wouldn't really be enough. Oh, to drown away the shit that's on his mind, or to cause his present fears to run and hide. But it's all lies, it's all lies. It's just to keep wasting the time. If I left with her I might be okay now. But it's all lies, it's all lies. But it's too late to change my mind. I pretty much got my own grave, and I won't get out alive. Oh, but it's all lies, it's all lies. It's just to keep wasting the time. If I live with her I might be okay now. But it's all lies, 'cause that's what I want to think. I know I need to listen myself, but I'm blaming myself for this.
This is isletunes, and that was the Darvel from their 2022 album of the same name. You've just heard Wasting Time. Still to come, Getting Grateful with Joss Rayom, a brand new track from Somewhere Soon, and 2 Hours Traffic's Liam Corcoran spills all about SOPA. You've already heard me mention that Holland College's School of Performing Arts is throwing their big spring showcase on the 25th. That's this Thursday if you have a day planner or iCalendar in front of you. But that's not the only concert happening around here over the next little while, so how about I expound on that for yous? This is Gigs to Dig across Prince Edward Island. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Holland College School of Performing Arts Spring Showcase on April 25th, that's happening at Florence Simmons Performance Hall in Charlottetown. Also on the 25th, Magnolia with Takeda Takeda at Trailside Music Hall. Friday, April 26th, it's Poet of the Common Man, a tribute to Merle Haggard featuring Lawrence Maxwell at King's Playhouse in Georgetown. Saturday, April 27th, it's Nathalie Duguay and the Alyssa Harper Project. It's a bilingual rock show at the Centre Belle Alliance in Summerside. Looking into next week, April 30th, Sarah Sequel-Azar is at Baba's Lounge. And on May 2nd, Absolute Losers, Somewhere Soon, both groups of which contain SOPA students. They are with Amelia May and Sisters at the Sportsman's Club.
Hey, I'm Declan.
That's Keith.
We're from Norder, and you are listening to isletunes.
Pour me a drink and baby, watch me walk the walk. There's no time to think because you're always talking all that talk now. Maxed all your credit cards, think I don't know. 100-hour work week and I'm just about to blow. Cause I work hard to make that money, honey. You say I don't deserve. You say it's fun, that money, honey. I don't know what you heard. Cause every single dime goes round back to you. So you better be grateful. Grateful. I watch you when you take a night out on the town. I can't believe it's true. My heart is breaking loud surround sound. You ask me, baby, please, just a couple hundred more. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm running through the door. Cause I work hard to make that money, honey. You say I don't deserve. You say it's fun, that money, honey. I don't know what you heard. Cause every single dime goes round back to you. So you better be grateful. Grateful. Work hard and make that money, honey. You say I don't deserve. You say it's fun, that money, honey. I don't know what you heard. Work hard to make that money. You say I don't deserve. You say it's fun, that money, honey. I don't know what you heard. Cause every single dime goes round back to you. So you better be grateful. Grateful.
You know that voice. It's Joss Rayom on iTunes with their 2022 release, Grateful. Joss and I have a couple of things in common. We're both American, they're from Attleboro, Massachusetts, and we're both LGBTQ. I did not go through the SOPA program, but Joss did in 2016, and since then they have performed all over the island as a vocalist and session musician. On the heels of their debut single Cross My Heart, Joss picked up Music PEI's Entertainer of the Year award for 2022, along with 3 other nominations. Joss's mix of raw vocals and classic blues took root from influence by Aretha Franklin, Janis Joplin, and Tracy Chapman. And while they only have 2 singles out at present, I'd be willing to bet there's even more coming. You watch. Did I say we were done with SOPA grads? I did not. This frisky tune comes from a singer-songwriter originally from New Brunswick, and she leans toward folk with jazz and pop sprinkled on top for good measure. I'm talking about Emily Williamson, who concluded studies at SOPA in 2022, the same year this single came out. It's fun, it's likely to coax your tapping toes into full-blown dancing, and am I the only one who hears a little Colby Calais vibe in there? iTunes is talking about Backseat Lovers, thanks to Emily Williamson.
Backseat lovers dancing with each other, watching the sky from the beach in the summer. But I met you in September, and we don't have to tell a soul, keeping secrets no one knows, flying around like we're 2 lonely crows. Guess I'm only being clever. I'm running my hands through your hair, trying to distract you. And you're telling me it's not fair, but I don't want you to go. And I think you should know. 'Cause we got having backseat lovers, dancing with each other, watching the sky from the beach in the summer. But I met you in September, and we don't have to tell a soul, keeping secrets no one knows, flying around like we're 2 lonely crows. Guess I'm only being clever. And I know nothing good ever happens after 2 in the morning, but I hope something kinda good happens, 'cause we didn't get a warning. No, we didn't get a warning. I'm running my hands through your hair, trying to distract you. And you're telling me it's not fair, but I don't want you to go. And I think you should know. 'Cause we got having backseat lovers, dancing with each other, watching the sky from the beach in the summer. But I met you in September, and we don't have to tell a soul, keeping secrets no one knows, flying around like we're 2 lonely crows. Guess I'm only being clever. And I know nothing good ever happens after 2 in the morning, but I hope something kinda good happens, 'cause we didn't get a warning. No, we didn't get a warning.
On iTunes, Backseat Lovers from Emily Williamson, graduate of the Holland College School of Performing Arts. Now, I've gone on quite a bit about SOPA, and I know some of you are like, "Soap what?" Oh, it's a college thing, okay? Good music, but, well, maybe some of you didn't go to college. I didn't. So I am not wholly qualified to fully describe to you what the program is or what happens in it. Fortunately, I found someone who can do exactly that. I sat down with Liam Corcoran, SOPA's program manager, and he painted a very clear picture of the 2-year course of study and also what to expect at the Big Spring Showcase on Thursday, that's the 25th. And as a founding member of 2 Hours Traffic, Liam also dropped some major, and dare I say exclusive, news on me where that band is concerned. But don't worry, he didn't get up on a SOPA box. Nothing. Gentle listeners, Liam Corcoran. Prince Edward Island may be Canada's littlest province, but no one can deny it's big on talent. And some of that talent is nurtured through Holland College's School of Performing Arts, or SOPA, as it is conversationally known. Every year, students from all over the world enter its doors, and every year, island audiences are treated to a concert performed by its musical cadets. This year is no different, with this spring showcase being held April 25th at the Florence Simmons Performance Hall in Charlottetown. Here to tell us about the show, the students, and the program itself is Liam Corcoran, who you may know from a little band. Oh, God, what was the name of that? Oh, 2 Hours Traffic. And, of course, his solo work. Welcome to the iTunes Studios, otherwise known as my basement. I'm glad you could pop by.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. Now, if I have this right, your official SOPA title is Program Manager. In this capacity, what does a Program Manager do?
So I work really closely with the faculty, with the instructors, planning, scheduling, looking at special events and how we're going to promote ourselves to the public. A little bit of everything. I'm not in the classroom with them, but pretty much everything else I'm involved in when it comes to the School of Performing Arts.
Yeah. Let's backtrack a little bit. How long has SOPA been around?
It's been a little over a decade.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wasn't there in the beginning.
You were a little busy.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that the classes are pretty small. How many students does SOPA accommodate in a year on average, do you think?
Generally, we're between 20 and 25 for an intake, and most of those students make it through to second year. So we usually have 40 to 50 students in total at one time. Like most programs at the college, it's not like university programs where you would have a couple of hundred people listening to a lecture. It's very much, we know every student, we have one-on-one time with every student. And actually for the theory-based classes, we split that group of 25 into two. So you might have, 10 or 12 people in your theory class or your training class, because that requires even more attention to each student.
Now, assume for a moment that someone my age could even get into the program. Also assume that I passed the audition process. Mm-hmm. What could I look forward to learning once your legion of instructors is in front of me?
Well, I should say, to comment on the age, we've had students that are older than you come into the program and do quite well. So we're very much open to all ages, although it tends to be people in that 18 to 25 range would be the common age range. But you take a wide variety of courses. We really cram a lot into 2 years. First thing I say to people is you're not sitting around playing music all day. We're building a lot of skills that will help you once you get into the practice space. So you do things like theory, ear training. Everyone does courses called keyboard harmony. We consider keyboard to be a universal instrument that all musicians can use to get their ideas across. They don't have to be experts in it, of course. And then we also look at genre studies. So for every semester you learn 2 genres, meaning that you have a classroom course that looks at the history, social impact, and how these genres played into our history, but then you also are performing those styles in your ensemble class. So you start off with rock and country, then R&B and pop, then Celtic and world and Acadian, and then we finish off with jazz and Latin with our second year. So we're trying to do a little bit of everything when it comes to contemporary music.
Nice, that's pretty well-rounded. And from what I understand, you teach business as well as music itself.
that's exactly where I was thinking to go next. So you read my mind. With us being a contemporary music program, we're trying to really train students to have a career in this industry that they've chosen. Today, being an artist, a musical artist starting out, the business skills are crucial. So we look at we focus on marketing and promotion, building a business plan for yourself, which in many cases is like running a small business when you're an independent musician. So our students are going to go in a lot of different directions, but we're trying to put, the way we see it is we're putting tools in their kit for when they come across these things that they're not thinking about it for the first time, and they have some idea on how to tackle some of the business issues that they're going to come across.
I'm speaking with Liam Corcoran, musician and program director for the Holland College School of Performing Arts. Now, SOPA Garage, admittedly, I first walked by it and I thought you guys had your own mechanic set up. But obviously it was pretty far off with that.
Yeah, so the college was expanding for many years, and when the School of Performing Arts landed on the Charlottetown campus, or where it was developed on the Charlottetown campus, we had to find somewhere to play music and make a lot of noise. So one of the buildings that was created, there was an old garage built for a car from many, many years ago.
Oh, so it really was a garage.
It really was a garage, and it was just kind of falling apart. And the Heritage Retrofit Carpentry program, which is also on the campus, they were brought in on a project to basically turn this into a modern building with the purpose of it being a rehearsal space. It did very much play into that stereotype or that classic image of playing your first band rehearsing out in the garage in your parents' garage. So it seemed kind of fitting.
Very.
So it was a really nice, really well built space. Students love performing there. And it for several years, it was just a single building, single room. And last summer, we did a major expansion, which we're very grateful for the college's support in that. And we now have 4 rehearsal rooms in there. It's tripled in size. Wow. It's so we have this complex now where you can go in different sized rooms and play with your ensemble, but also just the projects you're working on your own, and it's a busy building.
Is there a recording studio in there too?
There's so one of the spaces was built with that in mind. So it's got your control room and your tracking room. Is it fully set up and operational yet? No. It's
what studio?
We're always playing catch up. The focus this year was just making sure we had the space for everyone to do their lessons and rehearsals, but we're going to get there.
As demonstrated so far in this episode, a good deal of SOPA students either record original music while in the program or once graduating from it as solo artists or in bands. What do you think SOPA's impact on PEI's overall music scene has been?
I'd like to think that it's just raised the bar of expectation. If you're, say, hiring a musician from SOPA, if they've succeeded in our program, then they should be someone who is showing up uber prepared for their rehearsals, ready to go, ready to be flexible in a number of different genres. I think that's important. A lot of the scenes that I came out of, you kind of had your one genre and that's what you did. Right. And we promote a lot of flexibility. So if a country band calls and you, that might not necessarily be your number one genre, but you'll have had some exposure and experience in that. So we're just trying to create like great music professionals. And just to look at the Music PEI Awards, the ECMAs that are coming up, Juno Fest, we had students going over there. I mean, the joy for us as staff is when we see our students flourishing in the industry. And after doing this for a little over a decade, you're starting to see those careers blossom for some of our former students. So that is very rewarding to see.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now, of course, SOPA's big spring showcase is coming up Thursday, the 25th. How many students are expected to perform, and what can concert goers expect? The website says something about a few surprises on the bill there.
So we've got about right around 40 students right now. Every student that's currently in the program will be up on stage at least once through the night, and most will be up a couple different times.
Nice.
So we have our first year groups will be focused on R&B and pop this semester. So lots of different selections from those genres, from those traditions. And our second year students will be showcasing jazz and Latin material. So you can kind of see that progression of going into more complex material as they're about to become graduates. So we intentionally do that. We wouldn't do jazz and Latin in semester one. We kind of work up to that. So lots of variety in genre. We also, we do have some special drumming showcases to some little surprises thrown in there, but generally you're seeing all of our current ensemble classes get up there and show you the very best of what they've chosen as, we've been doing this all semester, but here's our best 12 to 15 minutes of material that we've worked on.
Really putting the variety in variety show.
Absolutely.
How do people get tickets?
So you can go to Ticket Pro online, Ticket Pro Atlantic. It's pretty easy to find the SOPA banner, but also if you go just to SOPA's Facebook page, really easy click there to get to the ticket link. It's our marquee event of the year. We usually have a sold out crowd or very close to it, but we really just, the whole point is to give the students a real audience, and a paying audience. They've paid. They expect a great show. We need to deliver a great show.
I think this is going to be one doozy of a showcase. And not to distract from that, but given your own status as a solo artist and, of course, a founder of 2 Hours Traffic, I'll probably be sued if I don't ask. Any new material coming this year from you and or THT?
Good timing for that question because 2 Hours Traffic has been in the studio over the past couple of months, and we have 5 new songs being mixed as we speak. Actually,
I love good timing.
Yeah, great timing for that. So, been many years since we released new material, so that'll be exciting. Not exactly sure what the rollout plan is yet, but within 2024, we expect people to hear some new music.
Awesome. Yeah, it has been a while, so this will be really good. The Holland College School of Performing Arts Spring Showcase is showcasing in just a few days on the 25th at Florence Simmons Performance Hall in Charlottetown, and attending is a great way to support students learning to master both instruments and the stage. I'm sure Liam, as program manager, you're as excited as they are about this event. And I wish all of you a hospital full of broken legs. Thank you for sitting down with the iTunes microphones and talking about both the program and the showcase.
Thanks a lot for having me.
And now to finish up this special SOPA episode is a trio who has gone from only having a demo available to putting out their first official track, which was just released March 29th. This is the jazzy, funky goodness of Somewhere Soon with Video Games. Drop in a quarter and listen on iTunes. They are jazzy. They are funky. And dang if I don't hear the soundtrack of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving when I hear their music. Vince Guaraldi reincarnated in one of these guys for sure. That was Somewhere Soon with their brand spanking new track Video Games on iTunes. Now, to my knowledge, and correct me if I are wrong, this is their first officially released song. I've played them before, but all I've had in the iTunes library is their wonderfully raw demo EP from 2018, so this is a step, a big one. It's appropriate that theirs is the song that brings up the rear of this SOPA parade because it was in that program where Hannah, Maya, and Joey met. They accurately profess that their sound is a blend of, quote, intricate melodies, infectious rhythms, and a touch of the surreal, unquote. Accurate. Somewhere Soon itself is a blend of the queer and the non-binary, plus drummer Joey is Korean-American, while bassist Maya is our second artist from Colombia. Things don't really get more melting pot than that. And that's what iTunes is, a big old steaming melting pot of music with ingredients from all over the island, no matter genre, nationality, ethnicity, how one identifies, and whether or not someone was born here. For the purposes of iTunes, if they lived here, they're an islander. And as we go along, the music library here gets bigger and bigger, which means next week, as we now return you to your regularly scheduled program, I'll be bringing you an even greater variety of music made by musicians on Prince Edward Island. You want to start off an episode the way Trevor Lowell Clements did? Then send me a recording of yourself uttering an islanderism, and you too can get a credit on here. The way to do that is by email at amj@isletunes.ca or by voicemail at 902-807-4250. These are also the methods via which you can leave comments or suggestions or make requests. Not that you also can't do that on the iTunes Facebook and Instagram accounts, where every week I post links to where you can buy the music you hear here. So, hear. The links are also available on the website isletunes.ca. Incidentally, up at the top there is a lonely old donate button that wants to get clicked. And by doing so, you can contribute to my podcast delinquency, since it does cost me some cheddar to put these shows together. If you'd like to subscribe on Patreon for $5 a month and get access to exclusive long-form video interviews with the artists who sit for my microphones, journey over to patreon.com/isletunes. Thank you in advance. Thank you. Musical contribution to the iTunes theme by Kayla McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. Coordination assistance by Jackie Robichaux, who suggested this SOPA-licious episode. Also, I'd like to send genuine thanks to Liam Corcoran, who did a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of coordination with the SOPA students, getting me permissions, bios, and the like. This one he already had a million other things to do. Good on you, Liam. I'm Adam Michael James, and you're not. Depends on the day whether or not that's a good thing, but regardless, I am me, and I will be back next Sunday, collating another collection of colorful collaborations. Woo, I should never write scripts this late at night, but do tune in, or whatever the podcast equivalent of that idiom is, and let your ears delight in what Prince Edward Island has to offer in the way of audio awesomeness. As I always say, you ain't heard island music till you've heard iTunes. And like I also always say, be good. And if you can't be good at it. See you next week.